Hello, September. Hey guys, welcome back. So it's time to pick the September picks for Book of the Month. They released them a couple of days prior to September starting, so I'm pretty excited to see what they have picked. So before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want more book videos. Okay, so we have 5 selections this month for the September books. The first is a romance, and it is Love on the Brain by Hazelwood. I kind of figured that this would be a pick this month just because of how well The Love Hypothesis did by Hazelwood when that came out last year. So it's a romance, so typically I would pick a romance, but I'm not going to pick it this month because I've already read it. I pre-ordered it and then I read it when it first came out. It came out August 23rd. So I've already read it, and personally, I felt like The Love Hypothesis was better. I was hoping with Love on the Brain that she would kind of maybe branch out a little bit and it would be like not her typical like setup for books, because I read her novellas as well, and so basically she always has like, you know, the teeny tiny female lead and then like the huge guy lead, and they're like enemies but not really, and it's just kind of like the same thing over and over again. So I wasn't particularly impressed with Love on the Brain. Okay, so basically I already know what happens in the book because I already read it. So I'm not going to read the whole synopsis, but basically it's about Bea, she's a neuroscientist, and Levi, he is an engineer, and they are co-leads working on this project for NASA, and she thinks that they are sworn enemies from their time in grad school. Obviously, he doesn't feel that way, and you can kind of see where that's going to go. So Hazelwood writes very like STEM-based books, and this book was very STEM-heavy. I do feel like it was more STEM-heavy and like science-based than it was romance. I didn't feel like the romance aspect of the book didn't really pick up until about like halfway through. So there's that. I'm not going to pick it. Like I said, I already read it. Okay, so our next one is a historical fiction, The Attic Child. So that's a cool cover. In this sweeping historical epic, the attic of a London mansion braids together 2 tales of identity and belonging. This comes out September 6th. Oh, which also, by the way, I feel like with Love on the Brain, since it came out at the end of August 23rd, I was hoping that it would be an August pick, and if it would have been an August pick, then I would have picked it, but since it already came out at the end of August, and I bought it and read it at the end of August, it annoys me that it was a September pick. But, you know, there's that. Anyway, so The Attic Child. This is a hauntingly powerful and emotionally charged novel about family secrets, love and loss, identity, and belonging. 2 children trapped in the same attic, almost a century apart, bound by a shared secret. Early 1900s London, taken from his homeland, 12-year-old Celestine spends most of his time locked away in the attic of a large house by the sea. The only time that Celestine isn't bound by the confines of the small space is when he's acting as an unpaid servant to English explorer Sir Richard Babington. As the years pass, he desperately clings onto memories of his family in Africa, even as he struggles to remember his mother's face and sometimes his real name. Okay, so now we're in 1974. Lola is a young orphan girl born into wealth and privilege whose fortunes have now changed. She finds herself, orphan. Okay, so she finds herself trapped in the same attic. Searching for a ray of light in the darkness of the attic, Lola finds under the floorboards an old-fashioned pen, a porcelain doll, and a beaded necklace, and a message carved on the wall, written in an unidentifiable language. Providing comfort for her when all hope is lost, these clues will lead her to uncover the secrets of the attic. That sounds sad. Don't really want to read something sad. Sounds interesting, but yeah. Okay, magical realism. That's kind of cool. Other birds. I like the cover. The cover looks nice. This enchanting novel follows the quirky, soulful stories of the unlikely neighbors in a magical apartment complex. Other birds. I have not heard of this. This comes out August 30th. An enchanting tale filled with magic realism and moments of pure love that won't let you go. Between the real and the imaginary, there are stories that take flight in the most extraordinary ways. Right off the coast of South Carolina on Malo Island, the Delowisp sits, a stunning old cobblestone building shaped like a horseshoe, and named after the tiny turquoise birds who, alongside its human tenants, inhabit an air of magical secrecy. Okay. When Zoe comes to claim her deceased mother's apartment on an island outside of Charleston, she meets her quirky and secretive neighbors, including a girl on the run, two estranged middle-aged sisters, a lonely chef, a legendary writer, and three ghosts, each with their own story, each with their own longings, each whose ending isn't written yet. I feel like I need more information. Like, I don't really understand what this book's about. I don't feel like the blurb gave me enough information, and I don't feel like it made me interested in this story, but I feel like I need to know more about what this is about. Okay, so there's Zoe, who's the main character. She's 18. And then there are ghosts, and there's Mac, an executive chef, Charlotte, a henna artist, a hoarder, Elizabeth Lyme, and her shut-in sister, Lucy Lyme, as well as Oliver, Elizabeth's son. The community is run by Fraser, the caretaker, who holds a special affinity for the Delowisp birds. Okay, not sure how I feel about that one. I like the whole, like, magical stuff, and I'm interested by, like, the magical realism, but I don't know if I'm interested in reading it. So now we have a mystery. Killers of a certain age. Nothing ruins retirement like an old employer putting a hit on you, but these women won't go down without a fight. Okay, this one also comes out September 6th. Okay, older women often feel invisible, but sometimes that's their secret weapon. Now that they're 60 years old, 4 women friends can't just retire. It's kill or be killed in this action-packed thriller. I'm already like, sounds stupid. I don't really want to read a book about, like, 4 elderly, or they're not even that old, they're 60. Like, I don't really want to read a story about 4, like, 60-year-old women. Okay. Billy, Mary Alice, Helen, and Natalie have worked for the museum, an elite network of assassins, for 40 years. Now their talents are considered old school, and no one appreciates what they have to offer in a certain age that relies more on technology than people skills. Technology is the future! When the foursome is sent on an all-expense-paid vacations to mark when they're sent on the vacation. Yeah, I have a feeling that your old company sent you on this vacation. They're like, yeah, go to this place so that we can, get you all together so we can kill you. When the foursome is sent on an all-expenses paid vacation to mark their retirement, they're targeted by one of their own. Shock. Only the board, the top-level members of the museum, can order the termination of field agents, and the women realize they've been marked for death. Now, to get out alive, they have to turn against their own organization. Like, okay, they're going to try to kill you, so whatever. Relying on experience in each other to get the job done, knowing that working together is the secret to their survival, they're about to teach the board what it really means to be women in a killer of a certain age. It sounds like... I feel like this is, like, something that would be a movie. Like, it sounds like it should be, like, a movie. But then also, if it was a movie, I wouldn't want to go see it. Like, I don't know, I think it sounds kind of stupid. Last one. Okay, I'm sorry. These picks suck this month. Am I gonna have to skip this month? I am... Well, let's see if this one's good. Okay, contemporary fiction. The Fortunes of Jaded Women. In this life-affirming novel, a surprising prophecy appends a family curse that is plagued by generations of Viet women. All right. Okay, this one also comes out September 6th. There's no, like, early releases. Like, everything either has already come out at the, like, few weeks to the end of August for Love on the Brain, August 23rd, or August 30th or September 6th. So it's all within like that 2-week range. There's nothing really that like is coming out at the end of September or anything like that. I'm a little unhappy. Okay. So the fortunes of jaded women. Everyone in Orange County's Little Saigon knew that the Jeong sisters were cursed. Oh. It started with their ancestor, Oana, who dared to leave her marriage for true love, so a fearsome Vietnamese witch cursed her and her descendants so that they would never find love or happiness, and they would give birth to daughters and never sons. Her current descendant, May, knows this curse well. She's divorced, and after an explosive disagreement a decade ago, she's estranged from her younger sisters, the middle and the mediator, the youngest who swears she just runs a humble coffee shop and nail salons, not the underground, okay? Not Little Saigon's underground. Though May's 3 adult daughters are successful in their careers, the same can't be said for their love lives. May is convinced that they may drive her to an early grave. Desperate for guidance, she consults Auntie, her trusted psychic in Hawaii, who discovers an unexpected prediction. This year, her family will witness a marriage, a funeral, and the birth of a son. This prophecy will reunite estranged mothers, aunts, daughters, aunts, and cousins, for better or for worse. This multi-narrative novel brimming with levity and candor, The Fortunes of Jaded Women, is about mourning, meddling, celebrating, and healing together as a family. It shows how Vietnamese women emerge victorious even if the world is against them. I mean, that might be good for someone who's interested about like family dynamics and stuff, but not really in the mood for that, you know. Dude, I don't know. I'm kind of interested in other birds, mainly just because I don't really want to skip. I don't know why. I just feel like I look forward to getting the box in the mail and being like, oh, it's so exciting. And so like, I hate to have to skip, but I mean, I don't really think that any of these are that good of picks. I kind of want to look up other birds somewhere else to see if I can get any more information about it. But at the same time, Other Birds definitely is not a book that like I would choose to like read on my own or that I would like seek out. So that's where I'm kind of like, well, maybe you shouldn't like spend your credit on it if you're not actually that interested in reading it just because you want to get something in the mail this month. And I don't really want to use my credit on like something old either. I want to save it for like new releases. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna skip this month unless like it gets a few more days into the month and like I change my mind. But where I'm sitting right now, I definitely think I'm gonna skip this month. I'm just not excited or interested in any of these picks. Also, side note, Carrie Soto is back. Where is that as a pick? I'm surprised that they're just like, no. I just think that's a huge mistake from Book of the Month. Like, her other books have done so well. Like, how could you not make that a pick? I just don't get it. Also kind of surprised that there's not a thriller this month. Not that I love thrillers, but they seem to like always shove the thrillers. Like they seem to like always like really push the thrillers. So I'm actually kind of surprised that there isn't one. So yeah, like I said, I am pretty disappointed in September's picks. Definitely think I'm going to skip this month. I don't know. I'm just not interested in any of them. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if there are any of those books that you're like actually excited for and tell me why. Or if you agree and you're like, oh no, these picks kind of suck this month. But yeah, that's it for me today. Thanks so much for spending your time with me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want more book videos, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!